Hello guys, welcome to Jeyam, a learning spot. So today we are going to see HTML5 chapter 1 and 2 explanation and overview in this single session. So let us get into the class with a great welcome of you guys. So as I told you before, we are going to see chapter 1 HTML overview and chapter 2 HTML basic tasks. In this session I will give a brief explanation about these two chapters, and I will give you the overview, and I will also give you model program which you can work out, and I will also work out and show in the next video, not in this video. And then doubt clarification and comment section, as usual you can ask your doubt in the comment, I will clear you. Now next thing, let us move to the chapter. So the first chapter we are seeing is HTML overview. Okay, so the first thing, HTML stands for hypertext markup language. HTML stands for hypertext markup language and is the most widely used language to write website. Okay, accordingly we will use to create some web pages, right? Web pages. For creating web pages we are using HTML. For creating web pages we are using HTML. Okay, so hypertext markup language is the abbreviation of the HTML which would be used to make web pages. Okay, hypertext refers to the way in which web pages, HTML documents. Web pages are also known as HTML documents. Web pages are also known as HTML documents. HTML documents. Web pages are also known as HTML documents. So you should not be collapsed in web pages and HTML document. Okay. Okay. Next. Now the next point we are going to see, as its name suggests, HTML is a markup language, which means you use HTML to simply mark up a text document with tags that tell a web browser how to structure it to display. Okay, we are telling the web browser what does HTML means. We are telling a web browser how to make this web page. For example, I want a web page which consists of shapes. Then I want to give it a program to the browser. We will learn what are the tags to be introduced. Okay, in that we will give the procedure how it need to be the output of a web page. Here they had given, which means markup language. HTML is not a programming language. Okay, that is the great point. So HTML is not a programming language. It's not a programming language, it's a markup language. Okay, it's not a programming language, it's a markup language. The meaning is, we can give a browser the markup, not a program. We are giving the browser a markup, a text document. We are creating a text document with tags, which it will tell the web browser how the structure, how the web page should be in the display. This is what they had given. Now the next one. Originally, HTML was developed with the intent of defining the structure of documents like headings, paragraph, list, and so forth, to facilitate the sharing of scientific information between researchers. Okay, web pages was first developed according to researchers. for traveling information, for sending and receiving information between two or more researchers. Okay. Now HTML is being widely used to format web pages with the help of different tags available in the HTML language. Yes, it's true. Now HTML, I mean the web pages are widely used all over the world. Everyone is using web pages. Okay. So the web pages, to create web pages, we want a basic language code, that is a markup language, HTML language. So HTML is now basic markup language in the world. Now let us get to the next section, that is basic HTML document. So here you can see they had given a simplest HTML document. So these tags, these are called as tags. Okay, these are called as tags. These are not the only tags present in HTML. There are many tags are present in the HTML. Okay, so what is a tag? I will give a very short explanation. These are called angle brackets. These are called angle brackets. These are called angle brackets. Inside these angle brackets, there would be some type of missioner words, some type of words. Inside these angle brackets, there would be some words. Accordingly, we are calling it a tags. Okay, the word which is inside, which is covered by angle brackets, is totally called as a tags. So you can see I had underlined that type of words only. You can understand. See, inside the angle bracket there is a word doc type HTML, so it is a tag. And inside the angle bracket we are having HTML, and inside the angle bracket title, and inside the angle bracket again head. Okay, this is tags. We had clear explanation about what is a tag. Okay, now you can see this is called a opening tag. This is called a opening tag. Okay, and two angle brackets surrounded without inside a word like this, doc type HTML, HTML, head. These are the examples. Now next come to the other thing. Okay. This is called a closing tag. Okay, so a tag. Okay, so angle bracket covered with a forward slash and a word is called closing tag. So you can see here the closing tags are head tag, title tag, paragraph tag, heading 1 tag, and HTML tag. Here is a body tag. Okay, every tags are not a most of the tags not has a closing tag. Only some of the tags class has closing tags in the HTML. We will tell that tags is paired tag and unpaired tag. Okay, so I will explain this also here. So paired. If it's paired, it would have a closing tag. Okay, if it is paired, it would have a closing tag. If it is unpaired, it does not have a closing tag. Okay, if it is paired, it would have a closing tag. If it is unpaired, it would not have a closing tag. Okay, this is a basic HTML document. The HTML document must have these two tags. Two tags is very important. Three tags is very important for creating a basic HTML document. The first tag is HTML tag. This is the first tag which is very important to create a HTML program. And the next tag is body tag. Body tag is very important for creating a HTML page. Next we would have small tags that is not even important, because if you want you can use it, otherwise you don't want to use it, right? Next we have this doc type HTML. It is also important. Many of the examples, it does not contain the doc type HTML tag, but it is very important, which give you the idea of what is the version of the HTML is, that we will see in the upcoming videos. Now let us move to the next thing. See the down, either you can use try it option available at the top right corner of the code box to check the result of the HTML code, or let us save it in the HTML text file text.htm using your favorite text editor. Finally, open it using a web browser like Internet Explorer or Google Chrome or Firefox, etc. It must show the following out. Okay, they are telling how to save this. They are telling how to open a text editor and how to explain it. How to code it, and how to save it and how to run it. Okay, you know these are basic things. You can use your favorite text editor, but I would recommend you the VS Code, Visual Studio Code. I would recommend, because it would give some, if you are a beginner you can go via this, because it gives some opening tag, closing tag additionally, and we don't want to again and again, we don't want to replace it. It would give the correct spelling of the tag, so you can be bold that you had connected to a very good platform. And the other notepads, you can use Notepad++ and Notepad, official Notepad in Windows, and you know to save it. You want to save it in the file extension .htm. Okay, the file extension you should save in .htm. It is very important. Okay. Then you can run it via your favorite browser, your default browser, and it must show the following output. Otherwise you had did some mistake while saving or while editing. Okay, so let's move to the next thing. And again I want to tell you a great information. We had took this points. We had took these pages from tutorials point HTML book. So it's very simple for abbreviation. If you wanted to explain me the other brands of books, you can mention in the comment. I would try to post the videos. Okay. Now the next thing. Now here we are going to see about tags. As I told you before, tags are very important for web pages. Okay, so here they had given the output of the before input following. Now let us see the HTML tags. As told earlier, HTML is a markup language and makes use of various tags to format the content. These tags are enclosed within the angle brackets. Except few tags, most tag HTML body has a closing tag. Okay, as I told you before, between the angle brackets there would be a unit that is called a tag in HTML. Okay, there are many tags which had closing tags. There are most of the tags would have closing tags. So they had given the examples. HTML body are having the closing tags. Okay, now let us move to the tag table. So it is coming with a description. Okay, first thing, it's doc type. This tag defines the document type and HTML version. Okay, this doc type tag would define the HTML version. Doc type, this tag would define the HTML version. So the next tag, HTML. This is a very important tag. Okay, because it tells that files is a HTML prepared. This tag encloses the complete HTML document and mainly comprises of document header, which is represented by head and body tags. Okay, it is also known as header. Okay, HTML tag is also known as document header. Document header. HTML tag is also known as document header. Now let us move to the next thing. Head. Okay, it should not be collapsed with the HTML and head tag. Okay, HTML tag would have is the header. HTML tag is the header. We know header, footer we had learned. HTML tag is the header of the web page, and head tag would have two tags. Okay, not etc. Only two tags it can be consisted. The tags are title and link. We can link with the CSS project, and we can give the title of a web page. So you can see here. For example, keep this as a web browser. Now here it would open like a tag which consists of a closed thing. Okay, here it would have some name, and here it would have the programs. Okay, here it is having a name, right? So that name is called as, we will use title tag to create the name. Right, I will show you. Here they had given. Yes, you can see here. This is called as title. We will use a title tag to create here. They had given this is a document title, so we will use title tag to create this like steps. Okay, if you didn't use this title tag, it's not important. If you didn't use, it will not show. It would show the file name. Okay, so now come to the next thing. Title tag. As I told you, the title tag is used inside the head tag. Title tag would use inside the heading tag to mention the document title. For mentioning the document title, we are using the title tag, but we are using it in the heading tag. Okay. Next, body tag. This tag represents the document's body, which keeps other HTML tags. Okay. Body tag. We can tell this body tag in other way as container. We can tell this as a container in other words. Okay, so body tag, it would keep certain things which is made which is wanted for our project, HTML project. Now next, H1. This is heading 1 tag. Okay, this is heading 1 tag. This tag represents the heading. This tag represents the heading. Not only heading tag, heading 1, it consists of heading 1 to heading 6. Okay. It consists of heading 1 to heading 6. 1 minute. It consists of heading 1 tag to heading 6. Okay. These are some heading tags examples. Now let us move to the next thing. So, paragraph tag. This tag represents a paragraph. Okay. This P tag represents a paragraph. Okay. It's very simple tags. We had seen it's very basic tags. You should learn all these tags for preparing a HTML page. Now let us see the next thing. To learn HTML, you will need to study various tags and understand how they behave. While formatting a textual document, learning HTML is simple as users have to learn the usage of different tags in order to format the text or images to make a beautiful web pages. Okay. Want to learn many tags in order to create beautiful web pages. Okay, so the next step, W3C, World Wide Web Consortium. Okay, recommends to use lowercase tags starting from HTML4. Okay, they would recommend to use lowercase tag. Okay, but tags are not case sensitive. Tags are not case sensitive. Okay, papa. So now let us come to the document structure. HTML document structure. A typical HTML document would have the following structure. Document declaration tag, this is not important. Okay, they had given that what is means. Okay, the HTML tag is known as document declaration tag. Okay, papa, the HTML tag is known as the document declaration tag. Then we had a heading tag, and we had given what are the tags we can use here. We can use title tag, that is important. Title, this alone it's important. Okay, papa, we can use the other tag which he had learned before, but title tag is a basic, so that I had written title tag. So then we had closed a heading. Okay, we had opened a head tag, we had closed a head tag. Next we had opened a body tag. What is a body tag? Body tag is the container of all the tags. Body tag is the container of all the tags. So here we can use the heading tag, and we can use the paragraph tag, and we can use the many tags over here. Okay, etc. And then we had closed the body tag. Then we had closed the HTML tag. So this is how a basic HTML page would look like. We want to open a HTML tag and then a head tag, inside that a title, and you want to master. If it is a para tag, you want to close the tag immediately after the completion of a coding inside that tag. Okay, papa. So let's move to the next thing, the doc type declaration. The doc type declaration. The doc type tag, it is a tag. Declaration tag is used by the web browser to understand the version of the HTML. To understand the version. For understanding the version, we are using this tag, as I told before, this doc type tag. Okay, we are using it. Okay. The HTML used in the document. Current version of HTML is 5. Okay, the current version of HTML is 5. And it makes use of the following declaration. So see, for giving the browser it is a HTML5, we are using this tag doc type HTML. Okay, this is a non-case sensitive. You can use as you want. There are some examples that I will close you in the comment section. Now let us move to the next thing, HTML basic tags. We had came for chapter 2, HTML basic tags. Now heading tags. What are the tags? As I told before, the heading tags, it consists of 6 things. H1, H2, H3, H4, H5 and H6. Okay, ba? While displaying any heading, browser adds one line before and one line after that heading. Okay, ba? It would leave some space. They are telling it would leave some space. Okay, that's what they are telling. Now come to the next thing. They had given an example. Okay, they had given an example. Doc type HTML, HTML, head HTML. Okay, ba? We can use these both for creating a HTML page. So first we are declaring what version of HTML is, and we are giving the opening tag as HTML. Next we had opened the tag of head, which consists of a title tag, and we had closed. Okay, we should not forget to close a para tag. Okay, next body tag, they had used all the 6 heading tags. They had all used the all 6 heading tags, and they had closed it with the body tag and a HTML tag. Okay. Now they had given the output as this is a heading 1, this is a heading 2, this is a heading 3, This is a heading 4, this is a heading 5, this is a heading 6. Now paragraph tag. The P tag offers a way to structure a text into different paragraphs. Each paragraph of text should go in between an opening P, that means a paragraph tag, and a closing paragraph tag, because it is a paired. It's a paired tag. As I told you before, if it is a paired tag, we want to open with the opening tag and we want to close it with the closing tag. They had given the example of a paragraph tag as well. So, want to open and title inside and close the heading tag. Inside the body tag, we are having the paragraph tags. They had given some paragraph tags, is it? Then we are closing the tags. So now you can see the result. Okay, can see the result. These are full of paragraph tags. Okay, these are full of paragraph tags. Now the next we are seeing the break tag. Okay, the break tag. It is a unpaired tag. It is an unpaired tag. Whenever you want to use the break element, anything following it, start from the next line. This tag is an example of an empty element where you do not need opening and closing tags, as there is nothing to go between them. Okay, it's a closing, it does not have opening or closing tag. We are using a backward slash after the element BR. Okay, the BR tag has a space between the characters BR and the forward slash. If you omit this space, older browsers will have trouble rendering the line break. While if you miss the forward slash character and just use BR, it is not valid in XHTML. Okay, there are two things, HTML and XHTML. XHTML is the lighter version of the HTML. Now come on to the example which they had used, and I didn't tell you the use of the break tag. It would give some space. It would get into the next. For example, if you are opening a paragraph tag and you are placing a break tag, it would need the next place. Okay. So now see the example. They had given doc type HTML. They had opened it. HTML tag, head tag, and inside the title they had given some line break example, then head tag, body, hello tag, paragraph tag, and then they had used the break tag. So in the output you can see after the hello the space were left, and in the next line they had given the other type of sentence, and after that also they gave a break tag, and again you can see there is a break after this sentence. Now after this thanks code they had given a break tag, so it also had a break and then the HTML. Okay, then they had closed the tag and it was closed. Okay. Next, centering content. Okay, we will use some things. Okay, for centering a page, for centering a text, we would use some things. So here we are using the word centering content. That is a center tag. It is also a paired tag. Yes, you can see centering content example. This is a title tag. Okay, this text is not centered. This, if you use the center tag, after this there would some tags, right? So it would have the text in center. It would have the text in center lines. Okay, so after that they had given the paragraph tag. Inside this paragraph tag they had given this text is in the center. Now in the web page it would display in the center. Next they had closed the center tag. Okay, so this is the thing. So they had given the output. See how it was there. Okay, yes. So next thing, horizontal lines. So horizontal lines, it would give a break, it would give a line after each, not each, after the tag explained. So you can see they had given a break, HR tag. HR, horizontal line tag, is used as HR tag. You should not be confused in break and horizontal lines tag. So they had given here. Then after this paragraph, it would have a line. So see here, it is having a line. Okay. Next we are seeing preserve formatting, which is very, very important. So here it would have a start text. Okay, it's just a preserve in formatting. It will give preversion abbreviation and aversion abbreviation. Okay, ba? So you can see it over right down. It is having a preserver abbreviation and reservoir abbreviation. Okay. Now non-breaking space, which would have a very important thing. Okay. So normally, after giving, for example, if you are giving many spaces in a paragraph tag, for example, more than 8, the browser would take it as a single space and it would not give you the 8 break. So now instead of, for avoiding that, we are using this space, non-breaking space in type T. Okay, so we had used here. You can see. There would be a gap. Okay, there would be a space after these words. Okay, so let us see. Yes, they had given there would be a very great space after these things. Okay, we had completed the first and second chapter, HTML overview and HTML basic tags. I think you had enjoyed the video. So this is Vrjm, a learning spot. So thank you.